Are you ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 20 years. They've recently been named the best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot or a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 78 years at the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
I love baseball.
Baseball, baseball.
94.5 The Peak presents Wasatch Wasps Baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. This broadcast is powered by Guild Mortgage, Dairy King, CarQuest Auto Parts, Physical at the Fit Stop, Wasatch Back Flooring, Napa Wasatch Auto Parts, Heber City Point S, Dorius Dental, and Bank of Utah.
Baseball.
The guy on first.
Who?
The first base.
Who?
The guy playing
Who
first.
is on first?
I'm asking you.
Now let's go live to the Diamond for play-by-play coverage of Wasatch Wasp Baseball on 94.5 The Peak.
Good afternoon and welcome to the ballpark. Tyler Barrett here with Tyler Moss, and we are live from Salem Hills High School, where the 10-9 Salem Hills Skyhawks are set to take on your 12-7 Wasatch Wasps. Wasatch comes in 5-3 in region play, and their opponents from Salem Hills 3-5 on the season. Recently got swept by Pleasant Grove, went 1-2 against Payson, 0-2 against Maple Mountain, and then 2-0 against Timpview. Wasatch coming off a two-game sweep of Springville High School. They are 2-0 against Springville, 2-0 against Timpview. Lost both games to Spanish Fork and then split their series with Pleasant Grove. So we shift over to the starting lineups for each team. You're listening to the Dairy King pregame show. Winners of Best in State for over 20 years. Since 1946, their family has been serving your family at the Dairy King. Starting pitcher today for Salem Hills on the mound will be number 10 for the Skyhawks. Senior Grover, a 3.0 ERA, has thrown 25 2/3 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts in those 25 2/3 innings. Leading it off, per the norm for the Wasps, will be Jack Salmon. Salmon on the season, a .338 batting average for the junior. Steps in on the right-handed batter's box, swings at the first pitch. It's elevated foul here at Salem Hills. 340 down the lines here at Salem Hills High School, 380 to center, deep backstop. Wasatch wearing their all-gray uniforms, Salem Hills in their baby blue and white bottoms. Lineup today brought to you by Mountain Refined. They aim to share knowledge and expertise to help you transform your home into a warm and inviting home. Second pitch is going to get Salmon, so a hit by pitch will put the leadoff guy on for the Wasps.
That's a good start from Wasatch here, Tyler. The bats have been hot for Wasatch recently. Mentioned over that Springville series, Tyler, almost 30 hits, just shy of 30. They were at 27 hits between the two games. Team that can really fill it up at the plate. And if you're going to put free ones on in front of them, Wasatch will likely take advantage of that over the course of this series. See if Austin can make them pay right away.
12 extra base hits on the season for the sophomore. 404 batting average after that last series with Springville. Big swing and a miss, strike one to move the count to 0-1. Things that make you smile, brought to you by Smiles by Design, formerly known as Dorius Dental, offers no surprises of dental treatment. Learn more at smilesbydesign.com. The 0-1, Salmon's going to go on the 0-1. It's a pitch out. Throw down to second base is not in time. Salmon will swipe the bag, and Wasatch has a runner in scoring position and a 1-1 count here to Brown.
Yeah, Ty, that's the perfect pitch to throw on. You mentioned a pitch out. It was not an intentional, pitch out. And that kind of made it a little tougher on the catcher, because if it's a pitch out, you're stepping up into it. But that one, I think the catcher was down in his receiving position, had to reach way outside to get it, and it actually threw him off balance. Throw was on the other side.
Well, the 1-1 gets in on the hands of Brown. He'll foul it off into foul territory. 1-2 now the count. Pretty good lead from Salmon out of second base. Brown once again on the left-handed batter's box. Steps in with the 1-2 count. Another long look. Pickoff move's going to go into center field. Salmon's quickly off his feet. He's going to try to get to third. The throw from the center fielder is not in time. And Wasatch now with a runner on third and nobody out.
Wow. What a start here for Wasatch. Salem Hills, Tyler, they've had a pretty impressive season. This is not an ideal start here for the Skyhawks. Looking a little sloppy. Hit by pitch. Wild pitch that was caught but made the stolen base a lot easier. And now an overthrow on the air. And unfortunately for Grover, all of it kind of squarely sitting on the shoulders of the pitcher right now.
The 1-2 goes back low and inside. Brown does a good job of fouling it off. Stays alive at 1-2. Royal Matthews on deck.
This is a big series here, Tyler. We didn't get a chance on the pregame show to talk too much before we get underway here, but both these teams kind of floating right around that 8 through 10 spot in the RPI. And the winner of this series, to state the obvious, should have kind of the little lead there between the two teams to be able to get that top spot as far as the last bye is concerned.
2-2, that one misses outside and high. So 2-2, nobody out, top of the first, 0-0 the score. Wasatch threatening with the runner on third. The 2-2 goes back inside, and it's going to go off the foot, I believe, of Brown. So back-to-back hit by pitches, and Wasatch has runners on the corners, and that'll bring up Royal Matthews. Having a little bit of a conversation here between the umpires. Matthews on the season leads the team with a .448 batting average, 26 hits, 7 extra base hits, including 1 home run.
Yeah, he's been turning it on lately, Tyler. He was really hot at the beginning of the season, right? First week or two, he was over 600. Cooled off, had kind of a mid-season slump there. Tyler dropped down, got pretty close to dropping below 400 at one point. But over the last week, the bat has really fired back up, Tyler. Home run there against Spanish Fork. 4 hits in the first game against Springville, and just continues to swing it well. Got on base several times again. A lot of walks in the last game, Tyler. Ended up with only 1 hit, but that's because he was walked multiple times in that game as well. So this bat is about as good as you're going to find in the state right now.
Going to see how aggressive Coach McCoy is with runners on the corners. Good speed from Brown at first base. But you do have the big hole between the 3-4 hole with the lefty up and the first baseman having to keep Brown close. Late kick delivery, and how about that, Ty? 3 straight hit by pitches, and Wasatch has the bases loaded to get things started. Grover, one of their main guys, Ty, 25 2/3 innings pitched on the year. He's 3-1, but having a hard time. Wasatch just stepping in. Not overwhelming speed, Ty, so Wasatch able to just take a lot of these that are on the inside part of the plate and box.
Yeah, you're exactly right. This is like a nightmare scenario for Salem Hills starting it. Not a single guy has been in play, but you got 3 runners on, bases loaded. Braxton Fowler coming up, 4-hitter, hitting over 400 on the year for the Wasps.
Yeah, 426, 20 RBIs, is tied on the team in that category. He'll swing at the first pitch, fouls it off for strike 1.
This is one of those fields, Tyler. We've talked a lot about just fields that we like around the state. This one has a lot of foul territory, and so a ball that's fouled off that usually gets out of play, there might be more opportunity here for someone to chase it down and go get it. And that one didn't have the space, though, to cover it, Ty.
The 0-1 off the fist, and that'll go foul as well. So 0-2 now the count. Continuing to work out of the stretch does Grover. Mentioned Wasatch trying to get back up into the top 8. The next 3 series will be important for that. All 3 teams are ahead of Wasatch in the RPI standings. The 0-2, protect the swing, fouls it off.
Yeah, but there's wins to be had there, Tyler. So you're going to get 2 against Salem Hills, who are currently checking in at number 8 in the RPI, but that's fluid, obviously, as other games go. They've been in the top 7 for most of the year. Then Payson, who's at number 5, and then they finish with number 1, Maple Mountain.
Another pitch that's going to be on the outside part of the plate. It's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. 4-6-3 double play. 1 run will come in, but nice turn up the middle by Salem Hills. They sacrifice 1 run to get 2, and Wasatch does take the lead 1-0, but now only 1 guy on.
Yeah, you take that all day long, Ty. I think if you're Salem, go from bases loaded, nobody out, to bases clear and only 1 run across and 2 outs. I think they'll make that trade every day of the week.
Tatton will come up, 267 batting average, has a couple of doubles and 5 RBIs. Really started to get into the lineup during region play. He'll take ball 1 on the left side part of the plate as well.
I'm sorry, I mentioned bases clear too, Tyler. Brown's still at third base, so had a little glitch in my mind there for a minute. Sorry. Big chance here with the runner in scoring position and 2 outs for Tatton.
The 1-0. Swings at this one. It's going to be a rollover to the 4-3 hole. First baseman comes off the bag, flips it to the pitcher, and Salem Hills does a nice job of minimizing. Only gives up 1 run on no hits, no errors, and only 1's left on base. 1-0 as we move into the bottom of the first.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy, your local beauty school. Explore the art of cosmetology, barbering, hair design, basic aesthetics, master aesthetics, and nail tech programs. Visit bonniejosephacademy.edu to learn more and enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible schedules and distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career at Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise. Bonnie Joseph Academy, Heber City.
Hungry for mouth-watering all-American comfort food? Look no further. Chubby's has just opened in Heber Valley, bringing you award-winning burgers and cheesesteaks made from 100% premium black Angus beef. With 9 Utah locations, our family-owned and operated restaurant knows how to satisfy your cravings. And don't forget to treat yourself to our delicious desserts. Come taste the difference today at Chubby's, located at 220 North Main Street. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Wasatch takes the 1-0 lead thanks to 3 hit-by pitches in the top half of the first, but Salem Hills does a good job of minimizing, only gives up the 1. It's time for the bottom of the first, brought to you by Bonnie Joseph Academy. Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy in Heber City. Visit them at bonniejosephacademy.edu, where beauty meets expertise. On the mound for Wasatch, Max Livingston, 26 innings pitched on the season, a 4.85 ERA, and 26 strikeouts in those 26 innings pitched. Ty, introduce our listeners. What do you like out of Livingston when he's on the mound?
Well, he's taking a big jump here this year, Tyler, as far as his accuracy. And so he's around the zone. He's always competing. He goes deep in games. So when you get a start from Max, you know you're going to get at least 5, 6, usually 7 innings out of him over there. And it just relieves a lot of pressure on your team with the bullpen and knowing you're going to be in ball games.
Starts with the strike 1 to McGee, senior, 386 batting average on the season, 4 extra base hits and 16 RBIs for the junior. He's going to swing at the second pitch. That one's fouled off as well. So an 0-2 count and a good start here from Livingston.
The other thing that's been really good with Max this year, Tyler, in addition to just he's got good stuff on the mound, is he's just been so mentally mature. When there's a mistake, it just doesn't eat him up.
That pitch is up in the zone. Is fouled off down the left field side. Keeps the count at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, this one's swung on. It'll be a ground ball to the shortstop. Gets the high hop, throws it across the diamond. Nice pick from Tatton. And the nice 6-3 put out from Fowler to Tatton gives Wasatch first out of the inning.
Now hitting the center fielder, number 24.
That's really good, Tyler. Max gets up there, 4 straight strikes there to get this game going, filling up the zone. These are 2 teams that I think are pretty similar, Tyler. I think they can both swing it pretty well. They're going to be around the zone with all the guys they throw up there on the mound, and we'll see who can out-hit the other team here today.
349 batting average for the center fielder Richards. Junior comes in with 4 extra base hits, 12 RBIs. Hitting on the left-handed side of the batter's box. Swings and fouls off the first pitch. That pitch low and inside for ball 1. 1-1 the count.
That's still a pretty good spot, Tyler. Good command early on for Max. First ball out of 6 pitches and didn't miss by much.
That one did miss, Ty, behind the batter.
Yeah, I'll call it the broadcast.
2-1 the count.
Or we'll say it was intentional, right? Effectively wild.
2-1 now the count. Here to Richards. Wind-up pitch, misses as well badly, so that one would count now to 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. The pitch swung on, and that is going to be fouled out of play, and will fill the count at 3-2. Livingston, the payoff pitch. Misses, and that'll be the first walk of the day and the first base runner of the day for Salem Hills. Wasatch leads 1-0 here in the bottom half of the first. We're able to score 1 run on no hits. They had 3 walks and a ground ball in the infield was able to bring in the run. It's going to bring up now Leiva, senior, 452 batting average on the season, 5 doubles and 13 RBIs. Another left-hander that'll step into the box. Livingston working out of the stretch for the first time. Tatton trying to keep the runner close over at first, but a decent 3-4 hole with the lefty up and the first baseman holding him on. Livingston sets, takes one look, delivers the 0-1. Oh, sorry, pickoff move, not in time. Livingston very good at the start of the season. Haven't seen the pickoff move as much as we got into region play, but early on, very effective on the pickoff side.
Yeah, Ty, in his first 3 games, he had 4 pickoffs, which is a huge number there for guys on the mound, but hasn't allowed a lot of base runners to try to pick guys off over the last few starts.
The 0-1 pitch is going to be swung on. It's elevated to shallow left field. Eddie Bluth comes up and makes the play for out number 2. Ty, take us around the diamond for Wasatch's defensive starters.
Pretty similar look, Ty, but we do have a minor change here in the lineup from what you usually see. Obviously, Max Livingston on the mound today here for the Wasps, throwing to Otis Sweat behind the dish. Royal Matthews at third, Braxton Fowler at short, Jack Salmon at second, and Tatton over there at first. That's what we've seen over the last couple weeks here. The outfield is where the changes are. Going to see Colby getting the start in right field, Tyler. He'll be DH for by Crew Baxter. Pretty close pickoff move there, Ty. And then Brown in center and Bluth in left. So the little wrinkle is a little speed out there in right field with Easton Colby, who can chase down most balls that are hitting his direction.
Yeah, only a sophomore. Seen him in the speed-up run roll. Pickoff move nearly gets the base runner over at first. This one's going to be swung on and fouled off. Wallen, senior, Ty, 340 with 13 extra base hits on the year, 8 doubles, a triple, and 4 home runs, and also leads the team with 25 RBIs.
Yeah, Ty, he's an extra base waiting to happen over here. When you look at that, over half of his hits, extra base hits on the season so far. It's a huge number.
The 0-1, runner goes, the throw down to second base, not in time, not even close. So it's a strike, but it doesn't matter as Otis Sweat once again throws out a guy at second base, and Wasatch gets out of the inning. No runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 1-0 the score moving into the second.
There were no runners left on.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden, as you wander into our indoor plant shop, seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
Big O Tires in Heber is your one-stop shop for tires and service. What was once Point S is now Big O Tires. Same service, but different name. We're locally owned and operated and want to help you get your vehicle ready to road trip this summer. Stop in for all your name brand tires, oil changes, alignments, brakes, batteries, shocks, struts, and a whole lot more. Plus, Big O Tires offers financing options to fit any budget or any situation. Visit us today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Wasatch leads 1-0 as we move to the top half of the second, brought to you by Country Gardens and Nursery, Heber's only locally owned and operated plant nursery. They have everything you need. And don't forget to stop by their indoor plant and decor shop.
Got him, but Ty, that is not what you want to see because it got him up on the hand, and it's the throwing hand for your pitcher. Shades of, go back in the Wayback Machine here, Tyler. Casey Peterson, starting pitcher for Wasatch, getting hit in the hand in let's see if we can remember, 2013, 2014, I think is what it was, and ended up breaking a bone in that pitching hand. Always just have a little PTSD when you see your pitcher get hit in their throwing hand.
He's hitting .319, had a couple of home runs, and that is going to be the fourth.
The speed-up runner's number 4, Marcus McCoy.
Hit by pitch already. So Wasatch with 4 base runners, all coming by way of hit by pitch. Marcus McCoy will come in to be the speed-up runner for Wasatch, the freshman. Crew Baxter will step into the plate, hitting in the 7th spot. The senior hitting .283 coming into this one, 4 doubles on the season. And he's going to swing at the first pitch. It's to the glove-hand side of the second baseman. No double play attempt. Will move the base runner to second, but nice play by the second baseman. Gets Baxter out at first for the first out of the inning.
First out being made at second.
Yeah, that's all right, though, Ty. That's a productive out. You're getting to the time of the year where the competition is just going to keep getting better and better. And it'll progressively get that way. You get at the state tournament, it's going to be amped up even more, Tyler. And so you need to have productive outs. Just everything you do needs to be good, clean, crisp baseball. Minimize the walks, minimize the errors. If you're getting out, you're still producing something of value. And that's what that was there from Crew, a good productive out that moves the runner over.
Sweat's going to swing at the first pitch. This is going to be a tough play by the shortstop. Slow roller, not going to get it in time. We'll give the infield hit to Otis Sweat. Nothing you can do about that one. Moves the runner to third. First and third now with one out as we move to the number 9 hitter, Eddie Bluth.
Yeah, Ty, I had a funny moment today as a teacher in the school that some of my students in my class were talking about the assassin game going on right now. I don't know how familiar you or the listeners are with this, right? The water guns, that they all are assigned something. And one of my students is assigned to get Otis Sweat. And the conversation was, that kid is the fastest kid ever. We cannot catch him over there. And, Ty, that's what you see on that ball, that little sawed-off one. It doesn't matter if that's caught clean by the shortstop. Otis is going to be 2 steps beyond the bag when that ball is thrown over there because he's got some wheels. And, Ty, he's been an amazing luxury for Wasatch because he catches so well. But, good catch, good release, controls the run game. Hit a home run for you last week. He's got power, but he's got speed too. And usually your catchers give up something somewhere. Either they don't have a great arm, they don't have great speed. He just can do everything, and he's been quietly one of the absolute best players for Wasatch this entire season.
Nearly picked off at first base is Miguel Armendariz, who comes in to speed up run for Otis Sweat. Sweat also leads the team with 20 RBIs, and we haven't talked enough about, Ty, how many guys he's thrown out at second base this season. Bunt with guys on first and third. Pulls back on the ball. 1-1 now the count.
Oh, Tyler, when you are looking at catchers and analyzing them, and each coach has their different things that they value, but there's really 3 areas that you look at, right? Receiving, throwing, and then hitting, right? Like, how do you do as far as receiving, throwing, and hitting? And Otis can do them all, but the throw ability for him, his footwork is so good. His pop time is excellent, Tyler. He's sub-2 on his pop time, and it's just been a real struggle for teams to run on Otis all year long.
Third pickoff move, not close. That time Armendariz able to get back cleanly. It's a 1-1 count. Wasatch leading 1-0 with runners on the corners and 1 away. Bluth steps in on the left-handed batter's box. Grover will come set. Another couple of steps from Miguel. And he's going to go. That pitch is going to be high. The throw is going to be cut off by the shortstop, so Wasatch is given second base. Second and third, 2-1 to count, 2 ducks on the pond.
Yeah, that's not a lot of confidence in your catcher there, Tyler, or your bats, right? If you got a chance to go get an out, minimize the inning, maybe give up 1 run, 2-0, kind of shorten the inning here, clear the bases. But I think that might speak a little bit to the respect they have for Livingston on the mound.
Pitch misses inside. 3-1 now the count. Mentioned working out of the inning. Salem able to do it in the top half of the first. Bases loaded, nobody out, and Wasatch only able to get 1 run.
Ty, their only hit for Wasatch is that slow infield single from Sweat, so had a lot of base runners without doing much at the plate.
3-1 the count. The pitch. And that one does get the outside corner, fills it up at full. Pretty good take there, though, from Bluth on the 3-1.
Might be a generous call there, Tyler. If you look at how far the catcher was pulling that thing back in, let him frame that about 8 to 10 inches.
Well, it's going to bring the count to full, 3-2. Catcher sets up on the inside part of the plate. The full count pitch, swung on, elevated to center field, pushing the center fielder back. Not getting to that one. Bounces off the wall. Extra bases coming for Bluth, and Miguel's going to try to score. The runner, or the ball was at second base, but not going to be able to get it home in time, and Bluth will advance to third on the throw. A 1-out, 2 RBI double from Eddie Bluth. Ty, he's been close. The last game he had numerous good at-bats, just some unfortunate bounces, and he got a hold of that one and drove it all the way to the wall in center field.
That was majestic. Watching that thing carry, he clobbered that thing, and as it just kept carrying, I thought, that thing's out of here, Tyler. I mean, it was just the perfect trajectory. Hit right at the base of the fence off a good play from the center fielder to catch it on the ricochet on the bounce back. But I really like the call from Coach McCoy to be aggressive early on, right? That force and overthrow. And now Eddie's able to advance to third, which is a big difference, right? Runner on third, only 1 out. Get this ball in play from Jack. Should be able to produce another run.
Swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. Runner on third, 1 out. Wasatch with a 3-0 lead after scoring 1 in the first and now 2 in the second. Salem Hill's going to cut off the infield, bring the infield in on the grass. The 0-1. That one swung on, and that one's elevated to deep left center field. He's not getting to that one either. Pick him up, put him down. Back-to-back extra base hits here for Wasatch. It's back-to-back RBI doubles, and Wasatch has a 4-0 lead.
Here come the bats, Tyler. Second time through the lineup. Seen him one time before, although a lot of these guys didn't get a chance to see many pitches. 4 of them getting hit by pitch in their first at-bat here, Ty, but looking like they're on time, and they're ready to roll here in the second inning.
It's going to bring up Austin Brown, also was hit by pitch, was stranded at third base in the first inning. Comes up with another duck on the pond. It's Salmon at second. That RBI from Salmon is number 6. Oh, excuse me, number 22 on the season. I misspoke. He is the leader in RBIs. Brown, Fowler, and Sweat each in second with 20.
Yeah, they've kind of been yo-yoing with each other a little bit, Ty, but Salmon, we've talked about, really benefited early on from how good 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters did in the lineup for Wasatch. Always had guys on bases in front of him.
Pitch is low, but called a strike. 0-1 the count. Mentioned the sophomore hitting .404 on the season, 12 extra base hits, including 5 home runs and 20 RBIs.
He came on late last year as a freshman too, Ty. He was good all year long, but first half of the season was below 400. Ty finished close to 500 at the end of the year. He really turned it on in the last half of region play and the state tournament. And you're hoping something like that will happen again this year, that he can be kind of a 500-plus hitter for the rest of the way.
That one misses inside, so a 1-1 count now. Salmon hopping around out at second base with a big lead. That pitch misses outside. 2-1 now the count. Two balls, 1 strikes, 1 away. Wasatch leading 4-0 after scoring 3 here in the top half of the second. The 2-1. Up in the zone, just missed, and that'll move the count to 2-2.
It's a well-placed ball. It's one of those that the hitter is second-guessing. Should I be going after this? It's at the top of the zone. It looks too good to lay off of. You see the timing just a little off there from Austin.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Matthews on deck. Outfield playing deep with Brown up. Salmon again with a good lead at second base. Takes his secondary, misses outside. Fills up the count at 3-2.
I don't feel like we had enough time to talk about that hit from Eddie Bluth, Tyler, before Jack was ripping a ball to the wall. You know, Eddie, we talked about Royal kind of being slumping a little bit earlier in the year, and he's cranked it on. Don't you feel like Bluth is doing the same thing, right? A lot of good barrels in the last couple games for Eddie. Kind of found his way out of it in that game against Springville last Friday, Ty.
Payoff pitch is swung on and missed. First strikeout of the game's a big one for Salem Hills. Gets Brown retired and puts 2 outs on the board. Now bring up Royal Matthews, who was hit by pitch also back in the first. And that's actually going to earn a trip to the mound. Hits today brought to you by Stone Insurance. You work hard for your money. Your insurance company should work hard for you. At Stone Insurance, we provide the coverage you need at the rate you deserve. Stone Insurance, solid as a rock. Call Lon Stone today and start saving. Trip to the mound brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop. Do you sometimes feel dizzy or unstable? If so, Physical at the Fit Stop has good news. Falls are preventable. Give them a call at 435-654-5607, and let's see how you can improve your balance and regain your freedom. Ty, interesting trip to the mound after the strikeout. What's the conversation that's being had there?
I think they sensed a big moment, like, hey, we got a base open. We got the number 3 hitter coming up over here. And I think they're very aware of how good Royal has been, Ty. And I think that conversation was, hey, we're not going to give in and give him a fastball over the plate to hit here. I'd probably expect them to try to be more cautious throwing to Royal at this spot.
Big swing and a miss from Royal. Royal went after it, went just a little bit too far above the belt, and puts 1 strike on the board.
Yeah, and that's a start, Tyler. That's a fastball up out of the zone, right? And got Royal the chase on that one.
No balls, 1 strike. Salmon still bouncing around out at second base. Shortstop breaks to the bag. Pitcher opts against it, misses outside with the ball. 1-1. Well, you pitch around Royal, you're going to go to Braxton Fowler, who's over 500 in region play and second on the team with 20 RBIs.
Yeah, I don't think it's the most ideal thing for them to try to pitch around Royal here.
1-1 goes upstairs again. It's had success with the missing up above the bell, but Wasatch's Brown and Royal both chasing it, not been able to get a hold of it. 1-2 now the count. One ball, two strikes, two away. The pitch. Fouls that one off. I'll protect the plate swing, and we'll keep the count here at 1-2.
We've seen Royal over the last couple weeks, Tyler, frequently get to two strikes, 0-2, 1-2, deep in the count. And he's often worked his way back to a 2-2 full count and then found a way to get the ball in play or draw a walk. Really good with two strikes at protecting the zone here.
Back to the 1-2 outside this time. Again, Royal does a good job of fouling it off. Stays at 1-2. Out of the stretch, Grover gets the pitch, takes a peek at Salmon. Salmon is shortened up a little bit, still bouncing around out there. Now delivers the 1-2. It'll be a ground ball to the second baseman. Boots it, can't handle it. He's going to get to right field. Salmon's going to try to score from second. He'll score easily, and Wasatch takes the 5-0 lead. Ty hit error there.
That's an error, Tyler. That second baseman should have had that, but it's another productive at bat for Royal. They were really cautiously trying to keep that on the outer part of the plate or up in the zone. And Royal spoiled a few good pitches, Tyler, and then got the ball in play. And anytime you're in play, you've got a chance, especially ball on the ground, right? They got to catch it and throw it. And rewarded with the error that'll score another run.
2 runs in now for Salmon on the day. 5 runs in for Wasatch. This pitch is going to be swung on and a slow roller to the pitcher. He'll field it and throw it to first, and Wasatch is retired. But not before they score 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error in the inning, and 1 run is left on base. 5-0 as we move into the bottom of the second.
Check out the Fit Stop Health Club. It's more than a great facility. Their employees and staff create a comfortable, caring, supportive place for men and women of all ages, as well as their families, to work out. They have your tanning beds, massage, and personal trainers. Find your new groove. Jump into their therapy pool with endless laughs. They have Group X classes with nationally certified and specially trained instructors. See what the Fit Stop offers. Go to their website at fitstophealthclub.com. For more information, call 654-2131.
Hi, this is Corbin Gordon from Gordon Law Group. I commonly get approached by people with the same question. Hey, do you guys do a particular type of law? The answer is almost always, yeah, we do that. We are the Valley's only full-service law firm that has been in business for over 20 years. We have 5 experienced attorneys who do estate work, litigation, business formation, real estate, water law, divorce, criminal defense, and many others. Gordon Law Group, yeah, we do that.
At Heber Park City Appliance, you're getting a dedicated team of professionals who go out of their way to keep your home running smoothly. And when we say team, we're talking about 40 years of winning service and reliability. We're here to boost your at-home satisfaction long after your purchase. So when it's fourth quarter and your fridge goes out, oh man, be confident knowing we're a team that will go the distance for you. Heber Park City Appliance in Heber City. Visit us online at HeberAppliance.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Welcome back to the bottom of the second. Brought to you by Robards Collision and Repair, a customer satisfaction rating at 98.7%, one of the highest in the industry. Pausing the action as the umpires come out to talk to Max Livingston. Not sure what that pause was, but back at it. The hitter once again is Wallen, who was up to bat when Otis Sweat retired the side with the throw out at second base. Again, 340, 15 RBIs, or excuse me, 15 extra base hits on the season. 13 extra base hits on the season. Swing and a miss. That moves the count to 1-1, I believe. And that pitch misses low and outside. for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Fastball is fouled straight back off of the catcher's gear, and that'll move the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Livingston looking good on the mound so far. Was able to retire the side in order. Did give up a walk, but then that runner was caught stealing. The 2-2 here to the cleanup hitter. Goes upstairs for your first Gravity Coalition strikeout. Gravity Coalition offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in the Valley. Visit them at gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop. Bring up the number 5 hitter, Johnson. 368 on the season, 8 extra base hits for the senior. First pitch is going to be swung on, and that'll be a base knock through the 3-4 hole. First hit of the day for Salem Hills.
Now hitting the first baseman, number 7, Carter Smith.
Bring up Carter Smith. Smith, a junior, hitting .339 on the season, has 9 doubles and a home run for 10 extra base hits total. Also has 20 RBIs on the season. Steps in on the right-handed batter's box with the runner on first, 1 away. Slide step delivery from Livingston. Inside, runner thinks about going on the ball that gets away from Sweat, but it'll stay at first base, 1-0 the count. Signs from the third base coach. Again, both these teams jockeying for that last first round bye in the state tournament, according to the RPI standings. 10-9 for Salem Hills, 12-7 for Wasatch. Wasatch 5-3 in region play. Salem Hills 3-5, but Salem does have the edge right now, according to the numbers. That one inside, but called a strike. Nice off-speed pitch that gets the inside corner. 1-1 the count. Pitch right at the belt for strike 2. Moves the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Slight lead over at first base isn't a big one from Johnson. The 1-2. That one misses off the plate. Sweat does a good job of smothering it. Runner stays at first. 2-2 now the count. Game brought to you by the Gordon Law Group, your full-service local law firm practicing in all areas of the law. They take pride in saying, yeah, we do that. The 2-2, Livingston comes set. Pickoff move, had him leaning, but the throw a little bit off, not able to get the tag. Actually brought Tatton's hat off. And we'll reset still with the same 2-2 count, 1 away. Wasatch again leading 5-0 thanks to 4 runs in the second and 1 run in the first. Livingston comes set. Delivers again on the slide step delivery. It's an off-speed pitch up the middle. Faller dives, flips it to Salmon for the force out at second base. Nice play by the junior shortstop, and that's 2 away on the fielder's choice ground out.
Nice play by Faller to get the out at second. Now hitting for the Skyhawks. The
pitch was right up the middle.
Trey Snyder.
Went right up the middle with that one, and Faller laying out, able to get it, and flips it to Salmon for the first out. Snyder will now be the hitter, senior, hitting .250 on the season. 1 double on the year, and 1 RBI in 19 plate appearances. That one outside, 4-1. Signs from third base coach here from Salem. Back into the box goes Snyder. Pickoff move. Also not in time. We'll keep the count at 1-0. Wasatch Lacrosse in action last night. Got the big victory over Payson. Will now set their sights back at home on Friday. That pitch swung on and fouled off. Moves count to 1 ball and 1 strike. Mentioned Livingston's stats, a .485 ERA on the 26 innings he's thrown this season. 26 strikeouts in those 26 innings. Has 1 strikeout today through 1 2/3 innings pitched. Snyder back in the box, the 1-1. 2 or 3 looks, delivers on the off speed. That one right at the knees. 4, strike 2, 1-2 now the count. Salem tried to run on Sweat last inning with 2 strikes. See if they do it again, so I was able to get the out. Livingston sets, 1 look, not a big lead over at first base. Goes back with the off speed, swing and a miss again. That one's in the dirt. Sweat's going to have to throw it down to first, but it's in time, and 2 Gravity Coalition strikeouts in the inning gives Wasatch the 0 up once again up on the scoreboard. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner is left on base. We'll move to the top of the third. Wasatch leading 5-0.
Hey, it's Nicole from Mountain Refined. I wanted to take a moment and invite you to visit our showroom. We are locally owned and operated with the largest selection in Wasatch County. In our showroom, you will find everything from bedding, home decor, gifts, jewelry, beautiful furnishings, and even flooring. We even have a large selection of protein powder. It won't take you long to find out what everyone's talking about. We can't wait to meet you. See you soon. We're located at 480 North Main Street in Heber City.
Chad here from Mountain West Trailers. With over 20 years in business, we know you value strength and reliability. Whether it's for work or play, our dumping equipment trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo trailers for business and fun, or open utility trailers for everything in between. With expert sales, parts, and repairs, we've got you covered. Haul it all, big or small, because Mountain West Trailers is always right behind you. Visit us at mountainwesttrailer.com or stop by at 1470 South Highway 40 here in Heber City, Utah.
Hey there, Heber City. Are you tired of dings, dents, and scrapes ruining the beauty of your beloved vehicle? Look no further than Robards Collision, the ultimate destination for all your auto body needs. At Robards Collision, they've been offering top-notch collision repairs and outstanding customer service. Their team of expert technicians is passionate about bringing your car back to its original glory, no matter the size of damage. Their state-of-the-art facility is equipped with cutting-edge technology, ensuring precise and accurate repairs. They handle it all with precision and care.
Welcome back to Wasatch High School baseball here in the top of the third. Wasatch leading 5-0 over the Salem Hill Skyhawks. Top of the third action brought to you by the Wasatch Napa Auto Parts. You'll always find the best deals and expert service with your local Napa Auto Parts store. Stop by today. 1-1 the count to Tatton, who ended the top half of the first with a ground out to the first baseman. Currently sitting at 1-1. Wasatch producing their 5 runs thanks to 3 hits and 4 hit by pitches. This pitch swung on and fouled off. 1-2 now the count. Pitch is on the outside part of the plate. Tatton tried to pull it that side. Moves count to 1-2. Wasatch in their all gray uniforms today. Black cap. 1-2 misses outside. Moves count to 2 balls and 2 strikes. This will be a good one. Mentioned the remaining series for Wasatch include Salem, Payson, and Maple, who are all ahead of Wasatch in the RPI standings. The 2-2. That one up over the plate. It's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Second baseman fields the high hop, throws it to first in time for out number 1 on the 4-3 put out. Good hustle from Tatton. Made that one look closer than it thought it was going to be. Now it'll bring up Livingston. Livingston, a hit by pitch off the throwing hand in his first at bat. Ended up scoring. Your pitcher also today, throwing well so far. Couple of goose eggs in the first and the second. Grover working exclusively out of the stretch right now. The pitch swung on and fouled down the third base side. Good barrel, but way ahead of the fastball was Livingston. Shown power this season, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs for the senior. Grover delivers. That went outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Wasatch so far scored in each of the first 2 innings, trying to do so here in the third. Grover once again will come set. Delivers the 1-2. Swung on. This will be a ground ball that'll get through the 5-6 hole. 4th hit of the day for Wasatch. First hit of the day for Max Livingston. And Wasatch has a base runner once again for the 3rd straight inning. It'll bring up Crew Baxter, had a ground out at the second baseman, a productive out that moved the base runner. Came into the game 283 on the season.
Crew Baxter.
Grover again still on the mound. Came in with just a 3.80 ERA. 3-1 on the year. Currently finds himself down by 5. It'll be McCoy who will come in to speed up run once again from Livingston. Slide step delivery is swung on and fouled off. Crew just ahead of that pitch. No balls, 1 strike. Mentioned some in-region action. Payson taking on Timpview this week in their series. And a tight 2-1 loss for Timpview. Timpview actually had a no-hitter going into the 7th, and Payson was able to produce a run. It was 1-1 thanks to some errors and a walk earlier in the game. That pitch misses low for ball 1. 1-1 now the count here to Crew. Otis Sweat on deck, singled and scored in his last at-bat. So far no action from McCoy at first. The 1-1. And that pitch is just on the outside corner for strike 2. 1-2 now the count. Grover comes set. McCoy takes another half step over at first base. The pitch swung on and fouled. McCoy did take off on the pitch. Little run and hit action there. Crew having to protect. Keeps count at 1-2. Back into the box goes Baxter, hitting on the left-hand side. McCoy about the same lead he had. See if they decide to get aggressive here again. The 1-2. Swung on. It's going to be a ground ball that's going to get through the 3-4 hole. McCoy will stop at second base on the single from Baxter. And a nice heads-up play there from McCoy. Didn't run into an out. And Wasatch able to get their second hit of the inning. Back-to-back singles and puts runners on first and second. Mentioned Sweat with an infield single in his last at-bat. A single to the shortstop. Now will step into the box with runners on first and second and only 1 out. Baxter will stay in to run. 2 looks here from Grover at McCoy at second. Not a big lead from McCoy. Now gets a good secondary. Pitch is swung on and fouled into the Wasatch dugout for strike 1. Been productive as Wasatch currently has had 16 at-bats. Out of those 16 at-bats, 5 hits, 4 walks. Now Sweat's going to try to square. He goes after a pitch. It's too far outside. Fouls it straight back for strike number 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Number 9 hitter Eddie Bluth on deck. Had a huge double in his last at-bat to dead center field. Went off the wall. Now Otis in a battle. Down 0-2. The 0-2. That one swung on and elevated. I believe foul again. First baseman floating over, and gets out of play. And nice day down here at Salem Hills, around 60 degrees. But neither me or Ty were prepared for it, and without a cap. And it's bright but beautiful day down here at Salem. Wasatch will be back at home tomorrow, where we'll have back-to-back broadcasts. We'll have Wasatch baseball at 3:30 and then lacrosse at 7. This pitch is going to be a fisted ground ball to the second baseman to the shortstop. Shortstop over to first base, not in time. Would have been the second 4-6-3 double play of the game. But again, showing off the wheels, Otis Sweat able to beat it out. And that'll put runners on the corners with 2 away.
Now batting the left fielder, number 2, Eddie Bluth.
Eddie Bluth in his last at-bat doubled off the wall to dead center field. Brought in 2 runs and then scored after that as well. No balls, no strikes. First pitch here coming. Miguel Armendez will come in to run for Otis Sweat once again with runners on the corners. Wasatch trying to get runs in each of the first 3 innings. Grover taking his time getting the sign. Now comes set. Pitch. Swung on and elevated foul. This time down the left field side for strike 1. No balls, one strike. Miguel, pretty good lead over at first base. They tried to pick him off multiple times the last time he was on first. A longer pause, goes with the slide leg delivery, and Bluth's going to elevate and one to center field again. Missed this one, and that will be an out to the center fielder. Wasatch is retired. No runs on 2 hits, no errors. 2 runners are left on base. 5-0 still as we move into the bottom of the third.
Timberline Ace Hardware is committed to helping their neighbors and their communities, and because they're in the neighborhood, they can deliver almost anything you need. So shop in store or online for whatever your home or yard needs. Choose from top brands like Milwaukee, Stihl, Traeger, and Benjamin Moore. Then pick up in store, curbside, or they'll deliver your order right to your home. Around the block, what you need in stock with people that know how to help. Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the community for over 50 years.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
You'll always find the best deals and expert service at your local Napa Auto Parts store. We offer expert service in helping you find the parts you're looking for your current project, as well as Milwaukee tools. We can also help you with most motorsport, RV, and vehicle battery needs at your local Napa Auto Parts store in Heber City. Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Bottom of the third, brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health, a comprehensive community mental health center offering a wide array of programs and services for all individuals in Wasatch County. It'll be 8-9-1 up for Salem Hills. Lindley will lead it off, 312 batting average, 5 extra base hits, 10 RBIs. Dugout trying to get things rolling here for Salem. A little bit more lively as Lindley will take ball 1. Wasatch leading 5-0 here in the bottom of the third. A pitch swung on and fouled straight back. 1-1 now the count. One ball, one strike. Livingston working out of the windup. Goes with the off speed. Gets him off balance. Fouls that one off as well. Move the count to 1-2. Through 2 innings, 2 strikeouts. Only 1 hit given up. 1 walk. And has faced 7 batters. The 1-2. Goes with the fastball. Lindley gets a hold of this one, driven to deep left center field. That one is going to go one hopper to the wall. Extra base hit here for Lindley. He's rounding second, thinks about heading to third. And a good tandem there from Wasatch cuts it off. But Lindley with the first extra base hit of the game for Salem Hills. And Salem Hills is in business with a duck on the pond with nobody out.
Skyhawks, the shortstop, number 5, Brett Torres.
Brings up Torres, the number 9 hitter, shortstop today for Salem Hills. Hitting on the right-handed side of the batter's box. See if down 5, if they decide to go small ball at all with the top of the order coming up. Swag giving the signs to Livingston, comes set. Lindley, decent lead over at second base after the double. A 2-look delivery from Livingston is going to be swung on and elevated to the right side. Tatton going over, and actually bounces off of the cement just outside of the park for foul ball and strike number 1. Oh, 1 the count. Livingston's done well getting ahead early in the counts. Wasatch already batted through their lineup twice. Salem Hills still just now getting to their number 9 hitter the first time. Again, it's a 5-0 lead for Wasatch. Trying to minimize in this one with a runner on second, nobody out. That pitch misses outside. Lindley a good lead at second, but he'll scamper back to the bag. 1-1 now, the count. One ball, one strike. Pitch from Livingston goes with the check swing strike call. Pitch was up and out of the zone, way above the belt. Moves count to 1-2. Torres frustrated with that check swing. Ball really wasn't that close to the strike zone, but couldn't lay off of it. He'll get up onto the plate with the 2 strikes. The 1-2 And another check swing. Oh, the pitch, Sweat can't find it, and Lindley gets a good jump, and he'll advance to third base. See if they check the check swing. Not going to, so 2-2 the count. Good read there from Lindley. Sweat just couldn't find it after having it knocked down at his feet. And again, with the double and now a runner on third, Salem Hills' dugout has woken up a little bit after getting down 5-0. Livingston sets, late kick, delivers, gets the outside corner. No, too far outside. That'll fill the count at 3-2. Good at bat here from Torres. Top of the order, McGee up on deck. The payoff pitch. Bounces it. And that'll be walk number 2 on the day. So, first and third. Nobody out. And we're now up to the top of the order. So after going 8-9-1, 8-9 both get on base as we go to the heart of the order. The McGee, a lefty, senior, 386, 4 extra base hits, and 5 RBIs. Livingston working out of the stretch. Tatton trying to keep the runner close. That pitch is going to be swung on. They're going to go with it to left field. Bluth does a good job of making the play. Lindley's going to still try to score from third and will do so. That ball was not very deep, but a good speed from Lindley, and then Bluth double hitched a little bit to get that throw in. And that is the first run of the game for Salem Hills on the sacrifice fly to left. Bring up the number 2 hitter, Richards. Walked in his first at bat, has 4 extra base hits on the season. First out of the inning for Wasatch. Richards will also step in on the left-handed batter's box. That pitch is going to go off the knee, so after walking in his first at bat, now a hit by pitch. And Salem Hills will remove the runners to first and second, and bring up the number 3 hitter, Leyva. Senior, 13 RBIs on the season for Leyva. He's got an RBI opportunity here with a runner on second. Steps in on the left-hand side as well. First 3 hitters for Salem Hill, all lefties. Tatton playing behind the base runner at first base. Fowler trying to keep the runner close at second. First pitch of the at-bat's going to be swung on. Base knock up the middle. Fowler tries to dive, not able to come up with it. Brown will come up. Both base runners had to pause because of the effort from Fowler. So it's the third hit of the inning, and it'll load up the bases on the hit up the middle. Second hit of the inning. Had a hit by pitch in there as well. Bring on the number 4 hitter, Wallen, 340, leads the team with 13 extra base hits, including 4 home runs, and he comes up with the bases loaded. Pitch is swung on. It's going to go off the nub. It goes right back to the pitcher. Livingston to Sweat. Sweat to first, and Wasatch gets out of the inning. Unfortunate break there from Wallen as it's a 1-2-3 double play. Wasatch gives up 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. 3 are left on base. It's 5-1 moving into the 4th.
Teens report that parents are the #1 influence in their children's lives about decisions to not use alcohol, marijuana, or vape.
Take a few minutes every day to talk to us about things we like to do. Ask about our hopes and dreams, concerns, and fears. This is a time when we need our parents' help the most.
If we feel close to you, we are much more likely to listen. We need you to remind us to stay drug and alcohol free. Brought to you by Wasatch High School Thrive Club.
A UCCU home equity line of credit puts your home's equity to work for you. Finish your basement or yard and raise your home's value. Pay off higher interest, help with college or weddings. It's peace of mind knowing that you have a low-rate line of credit ready for whatever, whenever. UCCU will also provide you with a home equity Visa card, giving you instant access to your equity. Learn more or start your application today at uccu.com or stop by any branch. UCCU. Love where you bank.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Top of the 4th, Wasatch leading 5-1. Brought to you by Mountain West Trailers. They know you value strength and reliability. Trailers that are built to last. Visit them at mountainwesttrailer.com.
Number 17, Jack
Big jump Jack Salmon was hit by pitch in his first at bat, had a stolen base and scored, and then doubled to the left center field wall, brought in a run and also scored as well. So 2 runs and 1 for 1 on the day for Salmon. Comes up to lead off here in the top of the 4th. Grover still on the mound here for Salem Hills. Misses high and tight for ball 1. The 1-0, that one's going to be a slow hit ground ball to the short second baseman. He'll bobble it, though, but is able to recover, gets it to first base in time for out number 1 on the 4-3 putout.
Who throws over to first for the first out of the inning. Now batting the center fielder, number 15, Austin Brown.
Brings up Austin Brown, center fielder. 404 on the season. 0 for 1 today with a hit by pitch. Struck out in his last at bat. 3rd time through the lineup here for Grover. See if Wasatch can produce some more runs after taking the 5-1 lead. Saw them take the early lead against Springville before giving it up in the 5th. Scored 3 runs and then didn't score another run until the 5th inning. But meanwhile gave up the lead. Were able to capture back the lead and then never gave it back against Springville on that 2-game series. Brown will take strike 1. The 0-1. Swung on, fouled straight back for strike number 2. Oh, 2 the count. Grover's thrown well so far here to Brown. Had 2 strikes on Brown in the first at bat before beating him. Pitch misses outside for the 1-2 count. .63 pitches on the day for Grover through the 3 1/3 innings pitched. That pitch swung on and another strikeout. Looked like a pretty big swing there from Brown once again. So now 2 strikeouts on the day for Brown, and that'll bring up now Royal Matthews.
Number 24, Royal Matthews.
Hit by pitch in his first at bat, reached on an error in his second, but did bring in a run by the error by the second baseman. He'll step in on the left-handed batter's box. Pitch swung on and fouled off for strike 1. Looked momentarily like left fielder might have a chance at it, but gets out of play. No balls, 1 strike. Royal back into the box, Fowler on deck. Grover comes set and will deliver the 0-1. And nice little pitch on the back door. Gets it in there for a strike. 0-2 now the count. Wasatch been able to produce a base runner each inning, but threatening not to here with an 0-2 count and 2-way. Grover comes set. Royal in the box. The pitch goes back down to that similar spot. Royal does a good job of fouling it off. It'll protect the plate swing, and we'll live to see another pitch, the 0-2. Wasatch through the first 3 innings. Only 2 strikeouts. Grover not an overpowering fastball. He's throwing 2 pitches for strikes and has done a better job the last 2 innings of locating. The 0-2. That one over the plate. Royal misses it, but fouls it off in order to keep the count at 0-2. Still no balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Wasatch nobody on, not threatening here in the top of the 4th, but do have the 5-1 lead. Catcher sets up on the outside part of the plate. The 0-2 comes back over the plate again, and Royal once again swings at this one. And this one's going to be elevated to first base, but second baseman will come over, call it off, and Wasatch is retired. No runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Still 5-1 going into the bottom of the 4th.
We at Guild Mortgage help people build personal wealth through real estate, be it your first home, next home, dream home, or investment property. At Guild Mortgage, we help you refinance for that lower interest rate, shorter term, or home remodel. At Guild Mortgage, we help you plan for retirement by owning multiple investment properties and can even add to your retirement plan with a reverse mortgage. We at Guild Mortgage believe everyone can own what matters.
Are you ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King Home on the Train is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 20 years. They've recently been named the best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot or a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 78 years at the Dairy King Home on the Train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Bottom of the fourth brought to you by UCCU. Love where you bank at Utah Community Credit Union. First hitter will be the number 5 hitter, Johnson. Singled through the 4-3 hole in his first at bat. Swings at the first pitch and fouls this one back for strike one. Livingston working quick, back into the windup. That pitch misses and is fouled off a sweat, and that one's going to hurt. Umpire's going to come out and talk to the pitcher. Coach McCoy's going to come out and make sure he's okay. Fouled off, and I think got him on the calf. 0-2 the count. A couple of first pitches here that are nice for Max Livingston. Wasatch trying to hold on to the 5-1 lead. Coming off a 2-game winning streak, 2 wins over Springville last week. Springville still scoreless, or winless, in region play. The 0-2 goes back to the off speed. This one's going to be elevated to center field. It's going to pushing him to actually to left center field. But Brown tracks it nicely, makes the play for out number one.
Johnson out to center field for the first out. Now hitting the
Reminder again, strikeouts today,
7,
which
Carter
Max Livingston
Smith.
has 2, only 3 strikeouts total on the game, brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bike, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in the Heber Valley. Visit them at their store in Midway or at gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop. It's going to bring up Junior Smith, first baseman, 339 on the season. Had a fielder's choice ground out on a great play, probably our defensive play of the game so far from Braxton Fowler. Diving stop, flips it to Salmon for the fielder's choice out. Quickly goes ahead 2-0 as Livingston misses high and in on both of the first 2 pitches of the at-bat. Smith on the right-handed batter's box side. That pitch is in there for a strike. Moves count to 2-1. Livingston back into the windup, tries to go inside, but misses too far inside. Moves count to 3 balls, 1 strike. And that pitch misses as well, so that'll be walk number 4 on the day. 3 walks and 1 hit by pitch.
Number 0, Trey Snyder.
Will give Salem Hills a base runner here with 1 out in the bottom half of the 4th. Snyder struck out swinging in his first at bat. That ended the 2nd inning. Snyder also hitting from the right-handed batter's box side. Will get in on that side. Not a big lead over at first base. Livingston delivers low and outside for ball 1. It's missed high and in, low and inside. See if he can find the tweener here. Signs here from Salem Hills. Trailing by 4 are the Skyhawks. Livingston comes set, delivers the 1-0. No, sorry, it'll be a pickoff move, not in time. One ball, no strikes. Back into the box on the right-hand side goes Snyder. The 1-0 is going to be swung on. A pitch that was a little low in the count, or in the zone. Be elevated to left field, and Eddie Bluth will come over and make out number 2 on another fly out to the outfield.
For the second out of the inning.
They'll bring up Lindley, who doubled to get things started back in the last inning. Doubled and ended up scoring for the lone run of the day for Wasatch. Again, now 6 extra base hits for Lindley. Hitting around the 340 mark on the season. Comes up with a runner on first. Pitch misses above the belt for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Lindley back into the box. Number 8 hitter for Salem Hills. Pitch misses low and outside. 2-0 now the count. Wasatch 12-7 on the season. Salem Hills 10-9. Wasatch 5-3, but all three of their remaining series are against teams above them in the RPI standings. Salem Hills 3-5 in region play. Split their series with Payson. Pickoff move not in time. Got swept by Maple Mountain and Pleasant Grove. Did get the series sweep over Timpview. Wasatch series sweeps over Timpview and Springville. Split with Pleasant Grove and got swept by Spanish Fork. That pitch is swung on and elevated to center field. Austin Brown tracking it. Doesn't have to move too far, and that'll do it for the bottom half of the fourth. No runs on, no hits, no errors. One runner's left on base. Still 5-1 as we move into the fifth.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy, your local beauty school. Explore the art of cosmetology, barbering, hair design, basic aesthetics, master aesthetics, and nail tech programs. Visit bonniejosephacademy.edu to learn more and enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible schedules and distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career at Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise. Bonnie Joseph Academy, Heber City.
Hungry for mouth-watering, all-American comfort food? Look no further. Chubby's has just opened in Heber Valley, bringing you award-winning burgers and cheesesteaks made from 100% premium black Angus beef. With 9 Utah locations, our family-owned and operated restaurant knows how to satisfy your cravings. And don't forget to treat yourself to our delicious desserts. Come taste the difference today at Chubby's, located at 220 North Main Street. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Top of the fifth brought to you by Guild Mortgage. Own what matters with Tom Stone at Guild Mortgage. 4-5-6 up for Wasatch. Fowler, Tatton, Livingston. Fowler ground out to the second baseman, but did bring in a run, and then grounded out to the pitcher at the end of the third. Wasatch leading 5-1 here in the top of the fifth. The 1-0, that one misses high and inside as well. 2-0 now the count here to the junior. Tatton on deck, has a couple of ground outs himself in his first 2 at-bats. Wasatch scored 5 in the first 2 innings and then have gone scoreless. This one swung on and fouled towards Coach McCoy at third base. 2-1 now the count. Fowler on the right-handed batter's box. Grover working exclusively out of the stretch today. The 2-1 swung on and elevated, and it'll be in play. Pitcher will come up, make the play. No, it bounces out of the glove, and Fowler will survive and will get another chance here with a 2-balls, 2-strike count. Pitcher did a good job of calling off the catcher, which would have been a tough play, and had it in his glove and just popped out. And Fowler has another chance with the 2-2 count. These two teams will finish their 2-game series tomorrow at Wasatch High School. We'll have all your coverage here on 92.9 The Peak. And then we will also have a lacrosse broadcast tomorrow as well. Spanish Fork traveling up to Wasatch for a little lacrosse action. 2-balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here as we get started here in the fifth. Fowler protects the plate, fouls it off, keep the count at 2-2. Catcher sets up on the outside corner, the 2-2. And a big swing and a miss. Goes upstairs. Strikeout number 3 on the day for Grover. I mentioned not a big strikeout guy. Only 14 strikeouts in the 25 2/3 innings pitch that he had coming into this game. Bring up Tatton. Ground out to the first baseman and a ground out to the second baseman in his first 2 at-bats. 5 RBIs and a couple of doubles on the season for Tatton. Grover delivers the first pitch. That pitch is in there for strike 1. Livingston on deck, singled through the 5-6 hole in his last at-bat. Grover comes set, delivers the 0-1. That one misses low and outside for ball 1. Salem Hills, despite being in region in baseball, will not be in the same region next year, as Wasatch and Deer Creek will be moving 4A. However, they will be in the same division in football. This one's going to be elevated and get to the wall. Oh, gets cut off before the wall, but still extra bases here for Tatton as he's in for a stand-up double, his third double on the season. Good piece of hitting there from Tatton, and Wasatch has a duck on the pond for the first time since the fourth. Excuse me, since the third.
Now batting the pitcher, number 7, Max Livingston.
It'll bring up Max Livingston. Again, single to the 5-6 hole and a hit by pitch, so has yet to be retired. Did score a run back in the second. Was definitely on time in his last at bat. Tatton will take the lead at second. Second baseman's going to try to keep him close. Grover, one look, makes it 2 looks. And Livingston wants to reset. Ready to get back at it. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Wasatch 5, Salem Hills 1. Grover, 77 pitches thrown so far today. Livingston's going to try to go with the drag bunt, and that'll be fouled straight back to the backstop for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. 1 away. Grover closes up this stretch, delivers. It's going to be a sharp hit ground ball to third baseman. He'll look back. Tatton delivers the throw over to first base for the nice 5-3 put out, and there's now 2 away. Wallen makes a nice play at third base, and will bring up Baxter, who also singled through the 3-4 hole in his last at bat. Baxter, 12 RBIs on the season, has an RBI opportunity here and now with 2 outs. Grover taking his time to get the sign. Now comes set. No look delivery. Swung on. It's flared down the left side, foul for strike 1. Looked like for a moment he was going to have a chance to come down inside the foul line, but not able to do so. 1 strike here to Baxter. Senior, Colorado School of the Mines basketball commit. Set to go out there in the fall. Defensive lineman for Wasatch. 3-year starter. Also got a little bit of time as a freshman. No balls, 1 strike. Grover comes set. This time does take a look at Tatton. Make it just 1 look and delivers high. And Baxter goes after it again and fouls it off again. And now moves the count to no balls and 2 strikes. Baxter, the designated hitter today for sophomore Colby Easton, who's playing right field, getting the start defensively for Wasatch. 0-2 the count for Baxter. Grover comes set and delivers. Swung on again and fouled off. Wasatch doing a good job of battling here today. Again, only 3 strikeouts. 2 of those coming from Austin Brown. Fowler also with the strikeout. So arguably your 2 hottest hitters with the strikeouts today. Fowler up over 500 in region play has pushed his average up to 426, while Brown was hitting over 400 coming into the game today. 0-2 now the count here still to Baxter. Tatton takes his lead, delivers, misses high and outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tatton with the double in the inning, trying to give Wasatch their first run since back in the second. Grover's done a good job of stabilizing after hitting 4 guys in the first 2 innings. Has not had a walk since. The 1-2. Nice off-speed pitch, gets Baxter chasing, and that'll be strikeout number 2 in the inning, and Wasatch is retired. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner is left on base, still 5-1 as we move into the bottom half of the 5th.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden. As you wander into our indoor plant shop, seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
Big O Tires in Heber is your one-stop shop for tires and service. What was once Point S is now Big O Tires. Same service, but different name. We're locally owned and operated and want to help you get your vehicle ready to road trip this summer. Stop in for all your name brand tires, oil changes, alignments, brakes, batteries, shocks, struts, and a whole lot more. Plus, Big O Tires offers financing options to fit any budget or any situation. Visit us today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Check out the Fit Stop Health Club. It's more than a great facility. Their employees and staff create a comfortable, caring, supportive place for men and women of all ages, as well as their families, to work out. They have your tanning beds, massage, and personal trainers. Find your new groove. Jump into their therapy pool with endless laughs. They have Group X classes with nationally certified and specially trained instructors. See what the Fit Stop offers. Go to their website at fitstophealthclub.com. For more information, call 654-2131.
Fifth inning action brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop. Do you sometimes feel dizzy or unstable? If so, Physical at the Fit Stop has good news. Falls are preventable. Give them a call at 435-654-5607. Livingston still on the mound. 57 pitches thrown now for Livingston. Giving up 1 run on 2 hits. Has walked 3 guys in the game. 4. And currently at the 1-1 pitch. This one's going to be elevated to left center field. But once again, Austin Brown patrolling the outfield, comes over and makes the play for out number 1.
Now hitting the right fielder, number 4, Colton McGee.
That was the number 9 hitter, Torres. Now back up to the top of the order to McGee. Grounded out of the shortstop, and then a sacrifice fly RBI, the lone RBI in the game so far for Salem Hills. 386 hitter. 1, 2, and 3 for Salem Hills, all lefties. Steps in on the left-handed batter's box. First pitch of the bat is going to be swung on and fouled down the left field side for strike 1. Warning here from the umpire. Livingston getting going a little bit too early there. Livingston likes to work quickly. Now ready to get after it. The 0-1 pitch, the windup, goes low, misses for ball 1. 1-1 the count. One ball, 1 strike. That one misses as well, low, moves the count to 2-1. Livingston's kept the pitch count down, less than 15 pitches an inning so far, only sitting at 61. Mentioned that Grover's stabilized. He's sitting at 83 through 5 innings. The 2-1 also misses. 3-1 now the count. Livingston's given up a base runner by walk or hit by pitch in each of the innings except for the second. The 3-1, that one's in there for a strike, fouled off, moves the count to full. (3-2) the count, back into the box. The payoff pitch from Livingston. Gets him swinging at that one as well. Fouled down the first baseline. It was close. Ends up foul about 2 feet outside the line. And we'll keep the count at 3-2 and keep us there. Third time through the lineup here for Salem Hills. Leadoff guy is on after Wasatch was able to retire the number 9 here to get the inning started. Another payoff pitch. Gets him to swing at this one as well. It's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Salmon dives, fields it cleanly, throws it over to Tatton. Tatton keeps his foot on the bag as he has to dive for the throw as well. Man, that was pretty and ugly all at the same time. A great fielding play there from Salmon. And then Tatton able to make the great play as Salmon rushed the throw. And Wasatch's infield has played well. Outfield has played well. And now there's 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 5th. Brings up Richards, who is yet to have an at-bat today. A walk and hit by pitch in his first 2. That pitch misses outside for ball 1. 349 on the season for the junior center fielder. 1-0 the count. Livingston back into the windup, delivers. And that one's in there for a strike. 1-1 now the count. Livingston looking good on the mound in this game against Salem Hills. Wasatch Salem has been in region for a long time. Salem has had Wasatch's number for the majority of those years. The 1-1 misses close. Sweat had set up on the outside, came back inside, but misses low, 4-2. The 2-1 elevates this one and gets a swing and a foul ball. Keeps the count at or moves the count now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Back into the windup, tries to go back door on the curveball, not able to pull the string hard enough, and that'll move the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch here for Livingston. Misses high, and that'll be ball 4. So Richards now with a walk, hit by pitch, and walk. Now bring up the number 3 hitter. Leyva had a single up the middle, just getting off the outreach dive of Fowler, who was diving up the middle. Also a lefty. Leads the team with a .452 batting average. 5 extra base hits on the season, including 13 RBIs. Livingston goes back to working out of the stretch. Richards was retired. Oh, this one's going to get away. It's a pickoff move that's going to get by Tatton. Runner's going to be able to advance to second base, and so now a duck on the pond here for the Skyhawks. Mistake on the pickoff move moves the runner into scoring position. Just going to mention that Richards was retired to end the the bottom half of the first by getting picked off going to second on a stolen base. But Sweat did a good job of throwing him out, but advances to second on the throwing error. Livingston takes a peek. Fowler trying to keep him close. Flat-footed at second base. That pitch is in there for a strike on the inside corner. No balls, 1 strike. Brown shifted a little bit over to the right side. Playing pretty deep, though, as is Colby in right field. The 0-1, that one gets behind the base runner, and runner's going to advance to third, behind the batter. So 1-1 to count. Good job there from Sweat of keeping it in front of him. Runner advances either way. So now runner 90 feet away to try to cut into this 5-1 lead here for Wasatch. Livingston's going to go back to working out of the windup with the runner on third. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Swung on and fouled to move the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. Livingston back into the windup. Wasatch trying to get out of it. It's going to be a ground ball to to Tatton. Builds it cleanly, touches the bag, and they're going to call a foul ball. Took a last-second hop right before the bag. And they're going to get another chance here. Livingston and Tatton a little bit confused. Looked to me like it did bounce foul just at the last second. 1-2 now the count. .76 pitches now on the day for Livingston. Delivers now the 1-2. Swung on. It's going to be a ground ball to Salmon. Salmon attacks it, fields it cleanly, throws it to Tatton in first, and Wasatch gets out of the inning. No runs on, no hits, there was 1 error in the inning, but it doesn't matter. Wasatch still 5, Salem Hill still 1 as we move into the 6th.
Hi, this is Corbin Gordon from Gordon Law Group. I commonly get approached by people with the same question. Hey, do you guys do a particular type of law? The answer is almost always, yeah, we do that. We are the Valley's only full-service law firm that has been in business for over 20 years. We have 5 experienced attorneys who do estate work, litigation, business formation, real estate, water law, divorce, criminal defense, and many others. Gordon Law Group, yeah, we do that.
At Heber Park City Appliance, you're getting a dedicated team of professionals who go out of their way to keep your home running smoothly. And when we say team, we're talking about 40 years of winning service and reliability. We're here to boost your at-home satisfaction long after your purchase. So when it's 4th quarter and your fridge goes out, oh man, be confident knowing we're a team that will go the distance for you. Heber Park City Appliance in Heber City. Visit us online at heberappliance.com.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Top of the sixth brought to you by Stone Insurance. You work hard for your money. Your insurance company should work hard for you. At Stone Insurance, we provide the coverage you need at the rate you deserve. Stone Insurance, solid as a rock. Call Stone Insurance today. Start saving. Grover still on the mound here for the Salem Hills Skyhawks. Again, has done a fantastic job of stabilizing after giving up 5 runs through the first 2 innings, including 4 hit by pitches. Has been able to go 3 straight goose eggs in the 3, 4th, and 5th. Otis Sweat is going to take one off the hand on what they're going to say is going to be a swing, so it's going to be a foul ball, strike 1, right on the throwing hand. Coach McCoy wants to take a peek at it. He's had some injury there with the hand earlier in the game, in the season. Looks like he's going to be okay, and he'll be back in the box. 0-1 the count. Wasatch again leading here at Salem Hills 5-1. Big series for both of these schools, both vying to get to the top 8 to get that first round bye in the state tournament. With about 6 games left to go. Grover comes set, delivers the 0-1. Swung on and fouled, moves the count to 0-2. Eddie Bluth on decks had a couple of good barrels, including a double to the wall. Sweat singled to the shortstop in his first at bat and then had a fielder's choice ground out at the second baseman in his second at bat. The 0-2. That one misses low and outside for ball 1. Sweat did score off of that infield single in his first at bat. One ball, 2 strikes. Grover sets, delivers to Sweat, and goes off speed and gets another strikeout. After not having a strikeout, only 1 strikeout through the first 3 innings. Now over the course of the last 2 1/3, he's had 4 strikeouts out of the last 7 outs. That one an off speed that swung over the top as Grover's found his stride. Bluth now will step into the box. Has had the best barrel of the day probably for Wasatch. Again, the double off the center field wall in his first at bat. Brought in 2 runs, and also he scored off of the double as well. Third baseman's going to come in playing this drag bunt. That pitch is going to be on the outside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch here from Grover. Hits about the exact same spot. Bluth swung at this one, fouls it off, and now 2 strikes. Oh-2 the count. Grover working quickly here in the top half of the 6th. Goes right back out there. Oof. Looked a little outside, but they're going to call it a strike. 3. That is now 3 straight strikeouts here for Grover and make it now 6 strikeouts on the day, including 5 strikeouts out of the last 7. Brings that back up to the top of the order to Salmon. Hit by pitch in his first at bat, doubled to the left center field wall, which brought in a run. He scored twice, grounded out at the second baseman in his first at bat. Grover comes set and delivers. Sam's going to go after the first one. He's going to elevate it to right field. Right fielder starts back, comes forward, and makes the play. 1-2-3 inning there for the Skyhawks, and they do not require a lot of pitches. Only 10 pitches in the inning for Grover. He's up to 91. He'll be able to go out in the top of the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. 5-1 as we move into the bottom of the 6th.
Hey, it's Nicole from Mountain Refined. I wanted to take a moment and invite you to visit our showroom. We are locally owned and operated with the largest selection in Wasatch County. In our showroom, you will find everything from bedding, home decor, gifts, jewelry, beautiful furnishings, and even flooring. We even have a large selection of protein powder. It won't take you long to find out what everyone's talking about. We can't wait to meet you. See you soon. We're located at 480 North Main Street in Heber City.
Chad here from Mountain West Trailers. With over 20 years in business, we know you value strength and reliability. Whether it's for work or play, our dumping equipment trailers are built to last. Enclosed cargo trailers for business and fun, or open utility trailers for everything in between. With expert sales, parts, and repairs, we've got you covered. Haul it all, big or small, because Mountain West Trailers is always right behind you. Visit us at mountainwesttrailer.com or stop by at 1470 South Highway 40 here in Heber City, Utah.
Hey there, Heber City. Are you tired of dings, dents, and scrapes ruining the beauty of your beloved vehicle? Look no further than Robards Collision, the ultimate destination for all your auto body needs. At Robards Collision, they've been offering top-notch collision repairs and outstanding customer service. Their team of expert technicians is passionate about bringing your car back to its original glory, no matter the size of damage. Their state-of-the-art facility is equipped with cutting-edge technology, ensuring precise and accurate repairs. They handle it all with precision and care.
Bomb of the Six brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bike, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in the Heber Valley. Visit them at their store in Midway or at gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop. It'll be the number 4 hitter, Wallen, who will lead it off here, and an 0-2 count right off the bat. Livingston continuing to look good on the mound. 0 for 2 on the day is Wallen. Struck out and then hit into a 1-2-3 double play. The 0-2 goes right back inside, and that one's going to get him off the elbow.
Ty, I think I'd like to go look at the camera on that one again. He was very excited to lean into that pitch coming in there, Tyler. That's one that you can kind of argue, hey, is he going over the plate there with that? Because that was a breaker that was trying to come back in. In fact, the curveball that Max threw right before that was excellent, Tyler, for the second strike. Tried to come back with it just a little more inside and clipped him.
Well, Wasatch 5-1, the score, leading. Grover, after giving up 5 runs in the first 2 innings, has stabilized. It's 91 pitches on the game. Livingston currently sitting at 80 pitches. Pinch runner will come into the game for Wallen as Salem Hills trying to put some runs on the board here with the leadoff guy on. It'll be Johnson, who singled through the 4-3 hole but then flew out to center field in his last at-bat. Hitting on the left-handed side. Livingston working out of the stretch. Takes a look and delivers that pitch below the knees for ball 1.
I like that spot there, Ty. That's pretty good, and it's good for multiple reasons. It may be just a little down, and that's what the umpire saw, but it's tempting for the hitter to go after that. With the runner on first, that's a double play ball waiting to happen if you can entice him to swing at that low pitch.
Wasatch's infield has played well here in this one. Braxton Fowler with the diving stop put out, as did Jack Salmon. Outfield continues to play solid as well. 2-0 the count now to Johnson. Decent lead by the pinch runner at first base. Pickoff move, not in time. Livingston coming back after having a throwing error back in the 5th. The Wasatch was able to get out of it. 2-0 the count. 5-1 the score. Nobody out here, still in the bottom of the 6th. Slide step delivery, swung on. Sharp hit ground ball to Salmon. He'll flip it over to Fowler. Fowler to first base, can't make the throw. It's going to get by Tatton. Runner is safe at first, but they do get the leadoff guy at second on the fielder's choice ground out.
Yeah, good job for Wasatch to at least get the lead runner there, Tyler. That one at the last minute, I don't know if you could tell here on the video watching, but it was kind of jumping on Salmon, and he got a little bit of that flinch head turn. I think if you could get a zoomed-in picture, I wonder if the eyes were open as it got there, but he was able to hang on. And so I think you're grateful that you got the leadoff runner, Tyler, and glad that overthrow didn't result in an extra bag here for the runner to advance to second.
Yeah, I think Coach McCoy wants to ask if the base runner went through the bag at second base. And probably not going to win this battle. Pretty good field umpire tie that's on top of some things. But they're still going to have a little bit of a discussion about it. As it stands right now, 1 out, runner on first. And the hitter will be Smith, who hit into a fielder's choice ground out in his first at-bat. Probably the play of the game right now is a diving stop from Fowler, was able to flip it to second base. And then he did walk in his last at-bat.
Yeah, that was a big moment in the game too, Tyler. Wasatch able to stabilize quite a bit after that point. But Salem looked like they were getting a little momentum and threatening to get some runs on the board. It's a huge moment, that diving play.
Right-hander step into the box. Livingston will come set. 1-look delivery, and that one's in there for a strike.
Well, if you're Wasatch, Tyler, and I don't want to overplay this because we talk about it often, but it's important to get out of here as quickly as possible because you are getting to that pitch count limit conversation. Max still has 26 left before he'd have to be pulled. But double play balls, you want to take advantage of those opportunities when you can because it saves pitches with your guy on the mound.
That pitch bounces in. Sweat does a good job keeping it in front of him. Keeps the runner at first base. And we'll move the count to 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 swung on and fouled off. And now we'll move the count back to 1-2. Mentioned I can't beat the weather, right? Pretty nice, a little bit of a jacket, and you're good to go. And
was worried this morning with the flurries and a little dark-looking sky.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gravity Coalition strikeout number 3 for Max Livingston. Had 2 back in the second and hadn't had a strikeout since. Nice pitch there, and Salem with 2 outs. And Wasatch trying to get out of this bottom of the 6th.
He's got the hammer working in this inning, Tyler. That curveball. Going to that a little bit more here in the 6th. And it's dropping off the table. Hard for the hitters to stay on top of it.
Pinch hitter here for Salem Hills is going to be Caden Johnson, wearing number 3. Step in on the right-handed batter's box. Trying to extend the inning here with 2 outs. Pitch is outside for ball 1. Talk a little about this Wasatch team, and resilient maybe is a word that comes to mind, Ty. We've seen them win the close games where Max has thrown well. We've seen them win the games where they have to score 12 in order to get the win. I mean, they can win in different ways. But, Ty, it's tough. Oh, another throw is going to go to the fence side. This is the second time now. Last inning, the same thing. This time, Salem Hills had a chance. You mentioned, Ty, a lot of foul territory. Chance to get to third base on a throw like that. And it's going to earn a trip to the mound from Coach McCoy.
They could have pushed the limit on that. That would have been an extremely long throw for Tatton, Tyler. That thing, you've got 127 feet between first and third base, and that was another 100 feet at least that he went to the fence. Probably farther. I think he's probably looking at a 250-foot throw there to get that over to third base. And I think, Tyler, if it's a different point in the game, you probably stretch that and see if you can get it. But here Salem's got 2 outs and get the runner on second base. You're in scoring position. No need to push it at that point.
That was a pretty quick trip, Ty, and I think he didn't want to say out loud for everyone to hear what he wanted to say, right? 2 outs. Don't make a mistake to put a runner in scoring position, right? And you got a pinch hitter up as well. 1-0 the count here. Livingston will come set. And that one misses as well, so it does a good job of smothering once again. To finish that thought that I had, Ty, resiliency is a word, man. That one's going to get by Livingston. Good job from Fowler of backing and throw up. Getting a little sloppy trying to finish this one out here in the bottom of the 6th.
I like resiliency, Ty, but I would come back to maybe a different word and call it versatile, right? Yeah. Like it's a versatile team. They can win in a variety of ways.
2-0 pitch is in there for a strike. 2-1 now the count.
And maybe you combine both of those, right? Because they don't fall apart if it's not going the way that they want it to go. They can get a good pitching performance. They can out-hit them. I mean, that game last Friday against Springville, Tyler, they let 18 guys on base for free and still found a way to win by 6 runs.
3-1, that one misses inside. On deck is Lindley, Ty, who had a double off the left center field wall in his first at-bat and a good barrel in his last at-bat as well. 2-look delivery, the 3-1 misses, and that'll put runners on first and second. And a dangerous Lindley will now come up to the plate.
Yeah, Lindley ended up being one of the heroes last year in a close game between Wasatch and Salem Hills. Lindley came through with a few of the clutch plays and big hits that got the win for Salem. Let's see if Wasatch can get him back this year.
Up now to 92 pitches, Ty. You mentioned we're taking a peek at that pitch count rule. That one's going to be outside for ball 1. I want you to remind our listeners the rules, Ty, with those pitch count rules.
Yeah, Ty, if you're the starter, you can throw 110 pitches on the day that you're starting. After 110, you have to come out. They will let you finish to a hitter. So if Max starts at 109 to a hitter, and then he ends up going to 117 or whatever because it's a long at bat, that's okay. But at 110, you got to come out of the game is the rule.
2-0 the count, and that one misses low and outside. So a pretty good hitter's count here for Lindley. The 2-0. And that one's in there for a strike at the belt. 2-1 now the count.
Well, I don't know what Lindley's looking for there, Ty. That one a fastball over the plate, 2-0. I think that's when you turn it loose there.
2-1 the count. Wasatch trying to keep this one at 5-1 lead for them. The 2-1. That one's too high, and that'll move the count to 3-1. Looked like Livingston was going to be able to go the distance, but creeping his way up there now. 3-1 the count with 2 outs. The pitch misses as well. So back-to-back walks. Third walk of the inning, and the bases are loaded now for the number 9 hitter.
Number 5, Brett Torres.
Torres will come up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today with a walk, and he represents the tying run all of a sudden for the Skyhawks.
Ty, several years back, I watched a 9-hitter of Salem Hills step up in a moment like this and just clobber a ball over the fence. Salem has had a little bit of a history of putting some power at the bottom of their lineup.
Both dugouts trying to keep their teams in. At that pitch, a nice one right at the knees for strike 1. Bases are loaded. 5-1 the lead for Wasatch. Tying run at the plate for Salem Hills with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. The 0-1. Outside corner, strike 2. Back-to-back big-time pitches from your senior.
Go out there again, Tyler, but extend it by about 4 inches. See if you can get him to chase. I think that's the spot.
No balls, 2 strikes. Torres gets in the box, but then quickly calls time. He'll step back out.
Yeah, Ty, he's climbing up on that chalk. Got his toe just over the edge. He's really on the inner half of the plate right now.
The 0-2 misses outside. Good play from Sweat. Sweat's going to try to throw it down to third, and it's going to go off of the base runner. Runners are going to come in to score for Salem Hills. It's going to be now 5-2 on the throwing error. 2 throwing errors in the inning now for Wasatch. 1 run comes in and no hits in the inning.
I think we're going to call it the broadcaster's jinx, Ty. We talked earlier about how good Otis has been all year. That's a ball you don't throw, right? At a 1-2 count. 2 outs, you're nearly out of the inning. You eat that thing.
The 1-2. Oh, man, pretty good pitch. Wasatch wanted it. And
Max thought he had it, Ty. I think they're going to call that high, but that thing dropped off the table. I think it surprised the umpire how much that came down to. That's a pretty good ball. Got to bounce back.
2-2, 2 outs. Deuces on the scoreboard. The pitch gets the outside corner. No, that one misses as well, and that'll fill up the count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Score 5-2. 1 run coming in the inning on the throwing errors. The payoff pitch. And it'll go off of the runner. That'll be a hit by pitch, and that's going to, I think, do it for Livingston. So 2 hit by pitches, 2 walks. And that brings in the run. And it's now 5-2, and just like that, the winning run, or the go-ahead run, will come in. Livingston will come out. We'll go ahead and take a break. 5-2, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Bases still loaded for the Skyhawks.
Timberline Ace Hardware is committed to helping their neighbors and their communities, and because they're in the neighborhood, they can deliver almost anything you need. So shop in store or online for whatever your home or yard needs. Choose from top brands like Milwaukee, Stihl, Traeger, and Benjamin Moore. Then pick up in store, curbside, or they'll deliver your order right to your home. Around the block, what you need in stock with people that know how to help. Timberline Ace Hardware, serving the community for over 50 years.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
You'll always find the best deals and expert service at your local Napa Auto Parts store. We offer expert service in helping you find the parts you're looking for your current project, as well as Milwaukee tools. We can also help you with most motorsport, RV, and vehicle battery needs at your local Napa Auto Parts store in Heber City.
Teens report that parents are the #1 influence in their children's lives about decisions to not use alcohol, marijuana, or vape.
Take a few minutes every day to talk to us about things we like to do. Ask about our hopes and dreams, concerns, and fears. This is a time when we need our parents' help the most.
If we feel close to you, we are much more likely to listen. We need you to remind us to stay drug and alcohol free. Brought to you by Wasatch High School Thrive Club.
A UCCU home equity line of credit puts your home's equity to work for you. Finish your basement or yard and raise your home's value. Pay off higher interest, help with college or weddings. It's peace of mind knowing that you have a low-rate line of credit ready for whatever, whenever. UCCU will also provide you with a home equity Visa card, giving you instant access to
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Pitching change brought to you by Heber Appliance. When your appliance is down to its final out, turn your drop the ball into a touch 'em all at Heber Appliance. Brevin Becker for the Wasps to try to get out of the bottom of the sixth. One run has come in the bottom of the sixth. It's a 5-2 lead, and the leadoff hitter is up. Ground outs twice, and a sacrifice fly RBI on the day for McGee. 1-1 the count. Little communication on pitching there, signs. Becker working out of the stretch, comes set, delivers the 1-1.
Oh, yeah.
Nice pitch on the back door, curveball for strike two. 1-2 now the count.
That was pretty.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Good leads around the diamond for Salem Hills. The 1-2. Goes right back to it. It's going to be a check swing ground ball to the Salmon. Salmon fields it at the belly, throws it to Tatton in time, and Wasatch gets out of the inning. Nice job there from Becker. 1 run does come in on no hits, 2 errors in the inning, and 3 are left on base. 5-2 as we move into the 7th.
Skyhawks, the bottom of 6.
A UCCU home equity line of credit puts your home's equity to work for you. Finish your basement or yard and raise your home's value. Pay off higher interest, help with college or weddings. It's peace of mind knowing that you have a low-rate line of credit ready for whatever, whenever. UCCU will also provide you with a home equity Visa card, giving you instant access to your equity. Learn more or start your application today at uccu.com or stop by any branch. UCCU, love where you bank.
We at Guild Mortgage help people build personal wealth through real estate, be it your first home, next home, dream home, or investment property. At Guild Mortgage, we help you refinance for that lower interest rate, shorter term, or home remodel. At Guild Mortgage, we help you plan for retirement by owning multiple investment properties and can even add to your retirement plan with a reverse mortgage. We at Guild Mortgage believe everyone can own what matters.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
7th inning, once again brought to you by Heber Appliance, Furniture, and Mattress. They are your hometown team. It'll be 2-3-4 up for Wasatch here in the top of the 7th, trying to add to their 5-2 lead. It'll be Brown, Matthews, Fowler. A little bit of a tough day for Brown, Ty. He got hit by pitch in his first at-bat, but then 2 back-to-back strikeouts, and he's going to swing at this one out of the zone as well for strike 1.
Well, they're definitely giving him different looks, Tyler. That one was a little bit of a sidearm angle, and the whole arm motion slowed down. I think Austin will recognize that if they try to go there again, but brought in an off-speed pitch down in the zone.
The 0-1 goes back to it again. This one's going to be elevated to right center field. And goodbye, Senor Wilson. No more in a slump for Austin Brown. He breaks out of it after back-to-back strikeouts. He goes yard in the right center field gap for a solo home run, and Wasatch retakes the 4-run lead.
Nice job from Austin. Not a good decision on the mound from Salem. What they do, Tyler, they went right back to the same pitch, same look, and Austin didn't even get all of that, Tyler. How nice would it be to just flip the bat out there and hit it 380 feet? Made that one look easy.
It's going to bring up Royal Matthews, Ty. He's 0 for 2 today. Did reach on an error and brought in a run on his second at-bat. Popped out to the first baseman in his last at-bat.
Hey, that's a big moment for the sophomore, Ty. That's his 10th home run in his high school career. Only a sophomore, already in double digits as far as bombs go.
6 doubles, a triple, and 6 home runs this season. 13 extra base hits. Mentioned that he's hitting 400 on the year. That's his 21st RBI as well. Royal will swing the first pitch and foul that one off. 0-1 the count. Royal swing at the next pitch as well. This one's elevated to left field. Left fielder will settle underneath it and make the play for out number 1.
Matthews flies out to left field for the first out.
Bring up Braxton Fowler, 0 for 3 today. A couple of ground outs, and he struck out as well in his last at bat. And then Tatton on deck. Wasatch trying to improve to 13-7. Salem Hills trying to improve to 11-9. First pitch is going to be at the belt for strike one. Grover now up to 96 pitches on the day.
He's actually done a really good job, Tyler, settling down, hitting 4 batters in the first couple innings, and was well over 30 pitches, 1+ innings into this one. But he's settled down, Tyler, and he's got a chance to get out of here and do the full 7.
Nice pitch right below the knees there from Grover. Gets the called strike. 0-2 now the count with 1 away. Faller's going to get a piece of this one, and it's just enough of a piece that's going to get through the 5-6 hole for a single. Another hit for Faller.
Faller reaches on the 1-out single.
And with 1 out, Wasatch gets another base runner. We'll bring up Tatton, who doubled to the left center field gap in his last at bat. Really nice barrel tie. Didn't get that far off the ground, but got all the way to the fence. Lefty first baseman has done a good job since coming into the starting lineup in region play. Good lead from Faller over at first base. Slide step delivery is in there for a strike just below the knees.
Tatton has a really good gap-to-gap swing here, Tyler. He doesn't get too big on it. Really drives the ball well the other way, as you were mentioning earlier. And just a short, compact swing. Great approach for a sophomore.
The 0-1, that one outside for ball 1. 1-1 now the count. One ball, one strike. Faller takes his lead at first. And another nice spot right on the outside corner and right at the knees for strike 2.
Let's see if Brax heads in motion over here on this one, Tyler. Try to advance him to second on what's usually a predictable off-speed pitch.
Well, Salem doesn't want to waste too many pitches either, right? And so you're not expecting any of the pitch outs or anything here on the 1-2. Faller does go. Tatton has to protect the plate. Fouls it off.
That's too bad he had to protect that because Faller was going to be standing on the bag by the time that thing got home. Really good jump from Braxton on that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on first. Wasatch leading 6-2 here in the top of the 7th.
Almost too good of a jump. Tyler Braxton kind of scared himself and kind of stopped after he was a couple steps into his motion.
Doesn't go after this one. Tatton's going to swing at the 1-2. Is on the inside part of the plate. Elevates it to center field. Center fielder will come up and make the play for out number 2. And that'll bring us to Livingston, who's 1 for 2 on the day.
Now batting the right
hit by pitch and scored in his first at bat. Singled in his second. Grounded out of the third baseman in his last at bat. Starting pitcher for Wasatch currently set to get the win after throwing 5 2/3 innings, giving up 2 runs in those 5 2/3. Only 2 hits on the day. That one misses outside for ball 1. The 1-0 swung on and roped to Coach McCoy at third base for strike 1 on the foul ball.
Coach McCoy take a couple steps back with Max coming up, Ty?
I think he did.
He knows Max likes to get a fastball he can get the bat head around on.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
A couple home runs on the year from Livingston here. Really put a charge into it.
Pickoff move, not in time. Faller able to get back. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Grover will come set. Faller takes another 2 steps over at first base. The pitch, that one misses outside. 2-1 now the count. Salem Hills in new territory, Ty, for the first time in their history. Scott Haney started as the Salem Hills baseball coach when it first opened, I believe back in 2008.
Yeah.
And decided to hang it up, and so a new coach. That one gets Livingston off balance. Faller got way off the bag at first base. He's going to have to dive back, but everyone's safe in a 2-2 count.
I thought it was a foul ball, actually, Ty.
I thought I heard it too. Yeah. 2-2 now the count with 2 outs. The 2-2. Fowler goes. That pitch is way outside. No chance to get him. So now with a full count, Livingston has a chance with the duck on the pond to extend the 6-2 lead.
Ty, you're right about Scott Haney, circling back to him, and he had a lot of experience going into that. Coach for nearly 20 years at Payson High School. Actually, I think he was a little over 20 years at Payson High School down here, and then moved over to Salem. And just a mountain of experience there as a head coach. First year without him.
Payoff pitch, and they're going to ring him up on the outside corner for strike 3. That'll do it for the top half of the 7th. Wasatch scores 1 run on 1 hit. No errors, 1 runner's left on base. 6-2 as we move into the bottom of the 7th.
Are you ready for lunch? Well, the Dairy King, home of the train, is serving the best food with friends and family in the Valley and have been the winner of Best of State for 20 years. They've recently been named the best of Utah for their milkshakes. You've got to try their delicious train burger with an Oreo shake. They also have those yummy salads that just hit the spot, or a turkey breast sandwich that tickles the taste buds. They've proudly been serving the Heber Valley for 78 years at the Dairy King, home of the train, serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
Unlock your potential at Bonnie Joseph Academy, your local beauty school. Explore the art of cosmetology, barbering, hair design, basic aesthetics, master aesthetics, and nail tech programs. Visit bonniejosephacademy.edu to learn more and enroll today. Financial aid is available for qualifying students, and we offer flexible schedules and distant education options. Transform your passion into a rewarding career at Bonnie Joseph Academy, where beauty meets expertise. Bonnie Joseph Academy, Heber City.
5, 4, 3, 2.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Bottom of the 7th brought to you by Big O Tires, the team you trust. Keep your vehicle road ready with trusted service from tires and oil changes to brakes and alignments. Big O Tires, total auto care. Wasatch 3 outs away from getting the victory over Salem Hills. They're going to have to go through the heart of the order, though. 2-3-4 up for Salem Hills, but Wasatch with a 4-run lead. Pitch misses outside for ball 1. Richards, the junior center fielder, has not had an at-bat today, Ty. Walk, hit by pitch walk. So 3 plate appearances, but not an official at-bat. 2-0 now the count.
Doesn't look like he's on his way to one right now either. Let's see if Brevin can work back.
Did a great job with the bases loaded, coming in and getting the last out of the inning against the leadoff guy. That pitch misses as well. 3-0 now the count. Be 3 straight wins for Wasatch after falling in both of their games to Spanish Fork. Bounced back and got 2 wins against Springville.
Yeah, trying to make it a streak of 3s, right? They won 3 to start region play, lost 3. Trying to get back and get the 3rd win would improve to 6-3 in region play, Ty, and still be very much in the hunt.
Does get a called strike. Now the 3-1 is going to be elevated in foul territory and will get out of play. Will fill up the count at 3-2.
It's not out of the question, Tyler. A region championship here. Stranger things can happen. Wasatch with a win over Pleasant Grove. They've still got 2 coming up against Maple Mountain. And if you can knock off Maple a couple times, Ty, boy, you're right there, and we'll have an opportunity, depending on what happens with the other series.
Payoff pitch misses high, and that'll put leadoff guy on base for Salem Hills. And Ty, as good as Wasatch has been, only giving up 2 runs and 2 hits, 10 now walks or hit by pitches on the day for Wasatch.
They've been living really dangerously over the last couple weeks, Tyler, as far as free passes. Springville and to this point, Salem have not been able to take advantage of it. But when you get up to the top-tier teams, Ty, they usually abuse you if you give free passes.
Ooh, nice pitch there. Still was out of the zone. Richards was looking, this is Leyba, number 3 hitter, was looking fastball. Got fooled by the off speed. 1 for 3 on the day. Singled up the middle in his 1 hit. The 0-1 goes back outside and misses for ball 1.
It looks like he didn't get his hand on top of that pitch, Tyler. Kind of fell off to the side, and the ball sailed on him on the outer half.
The 1-1 goes back upstairs, too far upstairs, into the attic, 4-2.
He's got a lot of energy out on the mound right now. You can see it really throwing hard, probably his hardest velocity we've seen all year. And it kind of makes you think he's almost overthrowing at this point, Ty.
The 2-1 gets him to swing at that one. Goes off the end of the bat. 4-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Wasatch 3 outs away, leading 6-2.
Oh, that was a good pitch. Sometimes you got guys a little revved up, Tyler. You can get them to calm down by throwing another breaking pitch or two.
And now he's going to freeze him. Went back with the fastball on the inside part of the plate. First Gravity Coalition strikeout of the day for Becker.
That was an A-plus spot. Oh, man, Tyler. Salem is like to get up in on the plate, especially when they get to 2 strikes, and it's hard for pitchers to get inside. Becker couldn't have set that in a better spot coming across the inner bottom half of the zone to get that good fastball for the putout.
It's going to bring up the number 4 hitter, Wallen. He's got 13 extra base hits on the season. Went back to the off speed like he did on the number 3 hitter. Not able to get him to chase, though. 0 for 2 on the day is Wallen. Struck out and then hit into a 1-2-3 double play to end the 3rd inning. And then a hit by pitch in his last at bat after he getting down 0-2. The 1-0, that one misses outside, make it a 2-0 count. Again, Salem only 2 hits on the day. That one misses as well. 3-0 now the count. Had a double, 3 hits. Ty missed 1 on my calculation, so 3 hits on the day. Have a single from Leyva, a single from Johnson, and a double from Lindley. 3-0, 4-pitch walk. So walk, strikeout, walk. And that'll bring us to Johnson, senior.
Now hitting the designated hitter, number 23, Gus Johnson.
Had a double play chance on Johnson last time, Ty. Couldn't complete it, but is one that we've seen hit a ground ball towards the middle infield. And with the way Becker's throwing with good velocity on his fastball, if he can hit a spot down in the zone, Ty, he can end this with 1 pitch.
Wallen is going to be pinch ran for again, so he's now done, Ty, on the game. Second time he's been pinch run for. Johnson will step in on the left-handed side of the batter's box. Runners on first and second. A 6-2 lead here for Wasatch. Becker comes set, takes a look at the runner at second. Fowler trying to keep him close. And that pitch is on the outside corner for strike 1.
That's a good start.
No balls, 1 strike. Becker comes set, takes a peek. Takes a second look. Leg kick delivery, gets him to chase for strike 2.
Okay, a lot of options here now. Brevin 0-2. Don't have to be too fine, Tyler, but you probably don't want to play around too much. You've got a 4-run lead, got an out.
Tatton playing behind the base runner at first. Salmon playing in the hole on the 4-3 side. Fowler playing a little bit up the middle. The pitch goes with the off-speed backdoor, rings him up for strike 3. So walk backwards K, walk backwards K. Big time pitch there from Becker, and Wasatch is down to their final out to get the victory.
Oh, that curveball is excellent today, Tyler. We're sitting right behind home plate, and the bite on that is so sharp. Looking like a fastball originally out of the hand, and then it just zips across the plate.
We'll bring up Smith. He's 0 for 2 today. Had a fielder's choice ground out, which, again, could have been the play of the game from Fowler. Walked in his second at bat and then had a strikeout in his last one. Goes back to the curveball, but that one misses inside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Becker comes set. Delivers on the 1-0. That one's swung on. That one's roped to left field. It's going to fall in front of Bluth, who's playing back. The throw is quickly going to get in. Good job from Eddie. And they're going to try to go back door at third base. Not in time. So it's a single for Salem Hills. The bases are now loaded. But Bluth played that pretty nicely out and left.
Yeah, he really did. And I think Richards coming around third, Tyler, nearly gave his coach a heart attack. He was going in to score. And the coach really had to kind of pump the brakes on him and nearly got off too far that the back pick was available. But why you don't test that? Usually, right, a hit, a single in the outfield with 2 outs, Tyler, you're going to score on that. But when you're down by 4 and down to your last out, you're not going to push it because you still need multiple hits to get back in this game.
Tying run does come to the plate. Snyder, who was hit for in the last at bat, now re-enters the game. He had a strikeout and a fly out. The pinch hitter from last walked in this spot. He'll take ball 1. Becker continuing to work out of the stretch. Delivers the 1-0. Misses 2-0 now the count. Well, I'd like to make things interesting, Ty. You got tying run of the plate and your lone extra base hit on the day on deck for Salem Hills.
Yeah, and if Wasatch is able to get out of here with the W, Ty, the runners left on base is going to be a story in the last inning.
And that one's in there for a strike. Nice comeback pitch there from Becker. 2-1 now the count.
6th inning, Salem loads it up, but only got 1 run out of that, Tyler, and have them loaded here in the 7th. See if Wasatch can hold them there.
Had them loaded also in the 3rd and hit into the 1-2-3 double play in that one. 8 left on base so far today for Salem Hills. The 2-1. Nice pitch is going to be down the line. Foul ball is called. Royal protecting the line. And Ty, again, the experience, especially on that left side. Bluth started all last year, plays the no doubles nicely on that last one, and then Royal protecting the line at third base. There's no way that thing was fair with where Royal's playing on that third base line. 2-2 the count. Deuces now on the scoreboard. Decent barrel, though, that last at bat from Snyder. The 2-2. Goes back with the off speed. Must have missed just outside, and that'll fill the count at 3-2. Becker thought he had that one. And that'll fill it up. Runners will get a head start here with the 3-2 count. Becker comes set, and Snyder will call time and forces Becker to reset. Maybe a little high tie outside on that last one.
Yeah, Ty, I think it probably missed just a little bit on the outer half. Again, I talked about it, such a sharp breaking pitch. Tyler, it ran across on the outside pretty far.
The payoff pitch, and he rings him up for strike 3. Well, back-to-back backwards Ks here for Becker. He gets all 3 with the backwards K. We'll take a break. Wasatch gets the 6-2 victory, and we'll have your Timberline Ace Hardware postgame show coming up.
Hungry for mouth-watering all-American comfort food? Look no further. Chubby's has just opened in Heber Valley, bringing you award-winning burgers and cheesesteaks made from 100% premium black Angus beef. With 9 Utah locations, our family-owned and operated restaurant knows how to satisfy your cravings. And don't forget to treat yourself to our delicious desserts. Come taste the difference today at Chubby's, located at 220 North Main Street. Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave.
Here at Country Gardens and Nursery, we hope that you feel that you are home when you are away from home as you go around our perennial floor checking out the newest and latest for beauty for your garden, as you wander into our indoor plant shop, seeing the possibility of what could be yours. Stop by Country Gardens and Nursery, your home away from home. 1401 US 189, Heber City, Utah. And don't forget to check us out on social media for quick tips and tricks throughout the season.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Timberline Ace Hardware. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware folks and sponsors of our post-game show. Wasatch gets the 6-2 victory. It was a 1-run first inning for Wasatch and then a 4-run second inning to give them the 5-0 lead. Salem Hills got one in the bottom half of the third, and then it was goose eggs in the 4th and 5th for both teams. Salem Hills was able to get 1 run in the 6th without getting a hit in that inning. Wasatch added 1 run in the 7th thanks to a solo home run from sophomore Austin Brown to give them the 6-2 victory. And then Becker, and how about this last inning, Ty? Walk, backwards K, walk, backwards K, single, backwards K. So, just eliminate some of those inside guys, and you'll be able to just make that a little bit easier.
Well,
but I want to go back.
You hardly need any defenders behind you. You get him and Otis out there, they'll take care of business.
But Ty, I want to go back to that last inning where they get the single, and you're saying no doubles at that point, right? Like, just keep it to singles, make them get 4 singles in order to beat us. And that single that they give up, Bluth does a great job of fielding it cleanly, gets it in quickly. They're not able to score a run there. And then on the next at bat, Wasatch, even though it was a foul ball, Royal is right on that line, right? And they don't give up the double on that one as either. So just some good baseball, that last inning in order to give Wasatch the 6-2 victory. That recap brought to you by the Heber Appliance. They are your hometown team. Ty, throw it over to you for our Chubby's Cafe players of the game.
Yeah, Ty, this one was fun because there's so many different angles you can go at. No player on Wasatch had more than 1 hit on the day. Tyler, you mentioned like Austin Brown's home run is kind of the the highlight moment of the game. But really the big moment, I feel like Eddie blew with a couple RBIs. Tyler had that double to the wall, the center field. And that was when the scoring got going early. And Eddie kind of jump-started that whole thing, Tyler. It was our first real big shot out there into the field. And so I'm going to give Eddie the nod as the offensive player of the game. A couple RBIs, good double off the wall. And he'll get our Chubby's Cafe offensive player of the game. And defensively, Tyler, there's a lot of guys you could point to. It really looked like a collective team effort. So let me give you a few names here. How can you not give a nod to Max Livingston? 6 innings, takes you deep into that one, has a 5-2 lead when he leaves. And he was excellent, Ty. But I loved Becker coming in. Becker comes in, retires. He needs 4 outs, gets all 4 outs. He looks like a guy that can come in and close games for you. Strikes out the side there in the bottom of the 7th. He's a great candidate. I thought Otis Sweat had some key moments, right? Controlled the run game a little bit. Had the double play where he was able to deliver the ball down to first base on a tough play at home. And Jack Salmon made some key plays, too, at second base, Ty. And so you've got guys all over the field that really contributed defensively. But to me, I've been kind of waiting to see who can close this for a team, who can be a closer. And I like Becker made it interesting, but I really like seeing a potential closer emerging on this team. So I'm going to give Becker the nod, working out of a couple bases loaded jam in the 6th and the 7th, and I'm going to give him the player of the game defensively.
Players of the game brought to you by Chubby's Cafe, your neighborhood destination for the food you crave. Wasatch gets the 6-2 victory, improved to 12-7 on the season. We're back at it tomorrow as Wasatch returns home for the second of the 2-game series against Salem Hills. We want to thank you for listening to 92.9 The Peak.